All right, this is Tom Lewis with Bostonist reporting on the first Google Meetup here in Cambridge. And I'm talking to Adam. What's your last name? Adam Lasnik from Google. Adam, so tell us about how and why you started this event.
Hey, I can't actually take full credit. A couple of my colleagues said, hey, you're going to be in Boston. Why don't we do a meetup? I've been doing a lot of webmaster outreach for pretty much all my 3 years at Google, and helping webmasters to understand what's going on with Google, how they can get more of their site in Google. But the other part that I really like is hearing from all the webmasters what they want to know, what new tools they want, what new resources they want us to give them from Webmaster Central. So it's kind of a two-way street kind of thing. I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions tonight that people have already submitted, and just talking around to a lot of different folks. So looking forward to it.
Well, I think we got a lot of fanboys and fangirls here tonight, so I think we're going to reach capacity here at the enormous room on Mass Ave in Cambridge, which I think is like 90 plus people. So are you happy with the turnout so far?
Yeah, I'm actually, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, so really pleased to see so many folks, and I don't know how many more we're going to fit, but if this thing's a success, might do it in other cities as well.
Are you guys planning on doing this monthly, seasonally? What do you think?
So we're going to check out how it goes tonight. We want to see how it works with having a few Googlers here, a lot of people, if people have a good time, if they feel like they learned some stuff. If it goes well, I'm totally in favor of spreading this out.
Great. Thanks for talking to Bostonist, Adam.
Hey, a pleasure. Thank you.
And he won a mug this evening from Google because he tweeted the most about the meetup. Alex, so how did it go for you? Was this a good evening? Was this a worthy event to come out to?
Well, no brainer. It's a great evening. Any chance you get to actually talk to Google in person is a great thing. And I thought that the interactive tool they used was quite effective. The fact they actually used submitted questions in person and from the online tool was effective. I felt a little bit odd that they gave me a mug for tweeting as much as I did, but then again, that's kind of what I will do at a given event. You want to spread as much of the information they're sharing as possible and glean the good nuggets. And they offered a lot of value. I thought that the announcement about Chrome being put out there for both Mac and Linux soon was significant. And I think the webmaster tools with respect to both Yahoo and Microsoft being included was significant too. I think they're pretty good about giving some value out there. As an evening, well, you gotta love the fact they're using an enormous room. It's a really good event space here. It was packed when they actually were talking, and they cleared out pretty well, but who doesn't love Google buying everyone around, especially a good round?
How about what Google had to say about the live web and indexing Twitter? How'd you feel about their statement regarding that?
Well, that's fascinating. Obviously everyone's watching how Google is handling search, how they're handling real-time search, and I think they were pretty cagey about it. I mean, clearly that's one of the most monetizable aspects of Twitter, is the real-time search capability. Nobody else is really there as much or has the nation or the world's consciousness. Google is indexing it, and that's the one thing they did tip their hands to. Obviously they're watching it, they're tracking it. They were tracking me. That's how they gave me the mug. So the question for Google is to see what level they'll bring real-time search to in a way that preempts Twitter, if they want to do that, or whether they'll simply buy them. They didn't really give us much of a hint of that tonight, other than the fact they're watching it carefully, they know about it, and one of their search gurus was being cagey about it. It's an important area. Clearly it's one that they're tracking, and I'm happy that they actually came and answered some questions about it. It says good things that they're willing to be that open.
I'm at the first Google Meetup here in Cambridge, and I'm talking to Robin. So, Robin, why did you come out tonight to this event?
Well, I work for a company that does lead generation, and we do a lot with Google as far as SEM and things of that nature, and we're getting more into social media, and it seemed like the type of crowd that would be here would be great for just learning new things and seeing what's going on in the Boston area particularly.
Do you have any specific questions for Google tonight?
I saw some of the ones that other people were looking to ask, and they look pretty good. So I voted on a few of those. I can't remember which ones, but I'm looking forward to see what they bring up. There's a lot of new things that Google's working on, and I know there's a lot of questions related to some of their things that are in progress right now and are going to be launching in a few months. So I'm excited to hear about that.
Do you want to tell us the name of your company?
Sure, it's Course Advisor. We are an educational company that helps match people with schools all over the country, especially online programs and things of that nature.
Well, thanks very much for talking to Bostonist.
No problem, thanks.
I'm talking to Chris here, who's been in attendance all evening. And so, Chris, how'd you feel about the first Google Meetup here in Boston?
I thought it went really well. I thought that the Q&A was good, and they did popular questions that were submitted, and I think they were sort of a lot of things that were on everybody's mind. Clearly, the recent mentions on Twitter and so forth, and how those are going to impact search, and the response was pretty much they care about all sorts of recent, I guess, QDF or query to serves freshness kind of results from news sources and so forth. I think they underplayed the Twitter thing a little bit, which was interesting. But good questions, good answers, great people, and they should definitely keep these going. I think it's awesome that they're supplementing their media tours with actual events. There are a lot of developers in the house, a lot of SEOs, webmasters, just cool people who are doing cool things with social media in their free time, like Tom and myself, and I think they definitely need to keep this going. It's great success.